Imagine walking through life with invisible chains wrapped around your mind, chains made not of steel, but of thoughts. These are the quiet voices in our heads telling us we're not ready, not good enough, or not worthy. They're called limiting beliefs, and they often go unnoticed. Have you ever turned down an opportunity like a job promotion, not because you couldn't do it, but because you believed you couldn't? That's one of those chains in action. These beliefs, shaped by our experiences and surroundings, quietly hold us back from becoming who we're meant to be. But here's the good news, they're not unbreakable. In fact, with some awareness and consistent effort, we can break them. And as we move forward, we'll explore where these beliefs come from and why they feel so real. To understand how these invisible chains form, we need to look into the psychology behind them. Limiting beliefs often begin in childhood. Maybe you were told not to speak up, or perhaps you failed at something and that moment stuck with you. Over time, these experiences shape your self-image. Cultural and societal expectations also play a big role. If you grew up hearing certain roles were not for people like you might have internalized that. And then there's fear, the fear of failing, of being rejected, or stepping into the unknown. These fears create mental walls. Psychologists like Carol Dweck explain this through mindset theory. A fixed mindset believes abilities are set in stone, while a growth mindset sees potential to improve. Cognitive behavioral theory shows how our thoughts affect our emotions and behaviors, forming cycles that reinforce limiting beliefs. And according to social learning theory, we also pick up beliefs by watching others, parents, teachers, even media. Next, let's look at the most common types of limiting beliefs that many of us silently carry. Limiting beliefs often sound like quiet whispers in our minds, but they have a strong grip on how we live. One of the most common types is about self-worth, thinking, I'm not good enough. This belief can stop someone from applying for a job, speaking up in a group, or even forming close relationships. Another type is about capability, believing I can't handle this, which leads to giving up before even trying. There are also beliefs about control, like thinking I have no power over my life, which can make a person feel stuck or hopeless. And then there's the feeling of not deserving happiness or success, which can lead to self-sabotage. These beliefs can quietly push us toward procrastination, make us feel like frauds, or cause us to turn down good opportunities. But how can we tell if we're carrying these invisible chains ourselves? That's exactly what we'll explore next. Recognizing your own invisible chains starts with becoming more aware of your thoughts. One helpful tool is journaling. Try asking yourself questions like, what do I believe about my abilities? Or what fears hold me back? Writing your answers can reveal patterns you didn't notice before. Another method is mindfulness, taking quiet moments to observe your thoughts without judgment. You might be surprised by how often self-doubt sneaks in. It's also important to notice your triggers. For example, do you feel anxious when asked to speak in public or when starting something new? These moments often point to hidden beliefs. Finally, learn to tell the difference between real limitations, like needing more experience, and self-imposed ones that are based on fear. Once you identify these beliefs, the next step is learning how to break them. That's where we're heading next. Breaking free from limiting beliefs doesn't happen overnight, but with the right strategies, it's completely possible. One powerful method is cognitive restructuring. This means challenging your negative thoughts. For example, if you think, I'll fail, ask yourself, what proof do I have? Often there isn't any. Using affirmations like, I am capable of learning and growing can help rewire your mindset. On the behavioral side, try facing your fears step by step. If public speaking scares you, start by talking in small groups. Every small success builds your confidence. Support systems also make a huge difference. Therapies like CBT and ACT help reshape thinking patterns, and mentors or support groups can offer guidance and encouragement when doubt creeps in. Staying free from limiting beliefs means making it a lifelong habit to check in with yourself. Regular self-reflection, like asking, have these thoughts returned, helps you catch old patterns before they take hold again. It's also important to keep growing. Embracing a growth mindset by learning new things, trying new experiences, and stepping out of your comfort zone keeps your confidence strong. And when life throws setbacks your way, resilience becomes your shield. Simple techniques like deep breathing, talking to someone you trust, or recalling past wins can help you bounce back without falling into old beliefs. But did you know that the way we see limiting beliefs can also depend on where we come from? Let's take a look at how culture and society shape these invisible chains. Limiting beliefs don't form in a vacuum. They're often shaped by the culture we grow up in. In collectivist societies where group harmony is valued over individual achievement, people might grow up believing it's wrong to stand out or chase personal dreams. In contrast, individualist cultures often push for personal success, but that can lead to pressure and fear of failure. These cultural messages can deeply affect how we see ourselves and what we think we're capable of. Global studies show that self-limiting thoughts are common across different backgrounds, though they may look different depending on one's environment, gender, or age. Understanding this bigger picture reminds us that we're not alone and that change is possible no matter where we come from. Now, let's bring everything together and look at how we can move forward with a free and open mind. As we wrap up, remember that the journey to freedom from limiting beliefs is a process, one that begins with awareness and leads to action. By recognizing those invisible chains and understanding where they come from, we can take steps to break them. Challenge your negative thoughts, embrace growth, and surround yourself with supportive people. Every small step you take is progress, and every setback is just a chance to build resilience. So, what's your next move? The chains are not permanent. You have the power to break them starting today. Your mind holds the key to your freedom, and once you unlock it, there's no limit to what you can achieve.